Okay, so I don't know what the date is today. It's the 22nd of May 2023. I'm out doing some lawns. I wanted to talk briefly about frequency of mowing. You know, a lot of people treat lawn mowing, a lot of your customers, as if it's just another bill. You know, they're oftentimes looking for somebody cheap. Those who aren't looking for somebody cheap are looking for somebody reliable. But most cases are looking for lawn care once a week, every 7 days. And for a lot of lawns, that is just a very unrealistic fantasy, because oftentimes what happens is they need to be cut about every 5 days. They grow so much, they're holding on the moisture, and then they're clumpy when they get cut. So I've got several customers this year that we have moved over to a schedule as follows: mowing them on Wednesday of 1 week, and then the next week Monday, and then later that week on Friday. And doing this is helping to keep the grass cleaner. Plus, you know, we're not taking off as much of the blade when we cut, so it's not putting the lawn into shock. But I've got enough clients now that want that. Now, it is a little bit difficult to kind of schedule that, you know, with your mapping and everything, because if you've listened to my videos before, one of the biggest drawbacks and one of the biggest factors that take away from your profit margin, your profitability, is what I call window or windshield time, and that's driving from A to B, route density, in other words. But there are just so many lawns. I've got a customer now that I just left a little bit ago that I've mowed for several years, and I have routinely cut his grass at 4 inches. But I'm going to have to, today I cut it down to 3.5. I had just cut it about 5 days ago, and I just can't believe he's the one customer that I bag grass for, the one customer. And I cannot believe how many times I had to stop to empty the bag on the lawnmower. It was just unbelievable. And it hasn't rained anytime recently, but as I was going over the lawn, I couldn't help but see all the water, the moisture on the tires. And as a matter of fact, I cut it 2 times. So I'm going to talk with him about moving him over to a 5-day schedule. And I say a 5-day schedule, mostly Wednesday, then Monday and Friday. But could it be, you know, Wednesday and then again on, you know, Tuesday, or rather Monday and then Thursday or something? It could be, depending on what the weather does. But it gives us the ability to cut it and keep it shorter, because that's what he likes. He wants it to be clean. There's less clumping, but basically the lawn isn't holding on to moisture as long, because the longer it gets, the longer it takes, you know, for it to dry out. And he doesn't like clumping or anything like that. And mostly it's clean anyway, but he's got the time to pay attention to his lawn. And I get it, I understand. I mean, he's a good customer of mine. You know, I want to make him happy. But look, that might be an opportunity for you to upsell some, you know, additional mows with your clients. You know, you're going to have to work on your schedule a little bit doing it that way, but it might also add value, you know, to your clients, to give you more security with staying with them. In this particular case, I've mowed his grass for 7 or 8 years, and I've been doing it long enough that, I mean, the phone rings enough anyway, I can get other clients. But, you know, I'm the type of person that once I get a client list established, especially when they're paying for the service that they're getting, and they're not a pain in the ass, like this guy is not a pain in the ass, and he does pay every time I cut his grass. You know, we run a credit card. There's never an issue with him. So I want to keep those types of clients versus the risk of maybe putting a new customer in that spot that might not pay their bill. But again, we're looking at every 5 days, and that's mostly how I service my own lawn anyway. So that might be something that you can try out, and overall, you know, improve the quality of the service that you're able to provide for the customer, the quality of the cut. The lawn's going to look better, and you'll have to play with the height, obviously, based on the type of grass that you're cutting and whether or not it's irrigated and what the temperature is outside. But anyway, I hope that helps. Peace.